We go to the top of the third inning here at Citizens Bank Park. Scott Franzke, Kevin Frandsen, Jim Jackson all with you. Mike Tuberosa is our engineer in the booth, and Vince Quinn back in our studios. And we're joined now by Zach Lessner, native of Wilmington, Delaware. He's our Phillies Fantastic Auction winner.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for having me.
He has, quote, won the chance to do an inning of play-by-play here on the radio. Welcome, Zach.
Thank you. It's great to be on the booth. I have a lot of fond memories listening to games as a young kid. I used to have a transistor radio go with me wherever I went. Some of my best and worst memories come with that.
Yeah. You're not that old.
24.
Okay. Still had transistor radios then,
No way. You had a boombox full on, like over-the-shoulder type thing, huh?
Well, one of the reasons I had it was because I didn't have cable until I was, I guess, in 7th grade once the Phillies made the playoffs for the first time.
Okay.
Had to follow the games through the radio.
Well, we're going to step out of your way. You're ready to do some play-by-play, right?
I am indeed.
All right, and we'll hand it off. This is Zach Lessner with his Major League play-by-play debut.
All right, and Drew Smiley, 6'3" left-hander, takes the wind. He's facing third baseman Zach Green. Here's the windup and the pitch. Outside corner, strike one. Drew Smiley making his second start for the Phillies. First one with the Pirates. Struck out 8, walked 2 batters. Earned himself a second start with the Phillies. Here's the wind and the 0-1 pitch. Little high and outside on a fastball. The count is 1-1. Drew Smiley, who has bounced around the league a little bit the last few years, had a very good beginning of his career with the Tigers as he winds and fires for the third pitch. Another high and outside curveball coming in at 76 miles an hour. Smiley, who actually is not unfamiliar to facing the San Francisco Giants, as he was a rookie in 2012, faced them in the World Series 2 times in games 2 and 4. Here's the windup and the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball over to Segura. Segura fields it on a couple hops, throws it over to first, and gets Green by a couple steps. There's 3 people playing over on the left side of the infield for the shift.
Come out and cheer on the Phils when the Chicago Cubs come to town. Tuesday, August 13th through the 15th. On Thursday, the 15th, kids 14 and under will receive a IBEW Local 98 JT Real Mutual Retro T-shirt and post-game Diplo performs. Get your tickets now for the Cubs series at Phillies.com. What?
Well, pitcher Tyler Beede steps to the plate. Wind and fire. Strike over the outside corner. 0-1 is the count. Beede, who pitched for Vanderbilt, won a College World Series back in 2014. He's pitched 2 scoreless innings so far. Here's the windup, the 0-1 pitch. On the outside corner, strike, 0-2. Smiley quickly gets ahead in the count, 0-2.
Does that automatically mean he's smart if he went to Vandy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Supposedly.
The 0-2 pitch, curveball swung on and missed, 78 miles an hour. That dropped in there. And Smiley quickly has the first 2 outs of the inning before handing it over to the top of the order.
Good curveball right there. Sets him up with the fastballs, but I feel like when someone does that to you, the changeup away and gets nasty, you're going to do the same thing to him.
Well, as long as we have pitchers in the National League,
yeah,
they're going to be beating up on each other. Used to be a big proponent of the pitcher with all the strategy, but in the past couple years, I've changed my mind. I think there should be a DH in both leagues.
I'm going to go silent now.
Here's the first pitch. Strike. And it is an 0-1 count to Donovan Solano. Solano struck out swinging to begin the ball game. Digs in. Smiley with the wind. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a tapper foul left side. Count is quickly 0-2. Smiley, who started the year off with the Texas Rangers after being traded from the Chicago Cubs after not appearing at all in 2017 or 18, got off to a pretty bad start with the Rangers. Had an ERA over 8 before being released and signed with the Phillies. Here's the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off right side. Still 0-2. But hopefully Smiley has made a home here in Philadelphia after pitching at PNC Park last week. Not getting the win, but keeping the Phillies in it until a heroic Rhys Hoskins home run in the extra innings.
A lot of soft contact against them.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Curveball outside corner. Struck him out. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We're going to the bottom of the third. San Francisco 0, Phillies 0. And we're back here between the Phillies and Giants. Have a scoreless game in the bottom of the third inning. Scott Kingery, leadoff man, comes up to the plate. And before we start the inning, I'd like to give a shout out to my parents, my grandparents, my sister Jody, my sister Sabrina, and my girlfriend Brittany. For most of you, probably all, listening to the game right now. hopefully the Phillies make some action here in the bottom of the third inning.
We know that your grandma Fran is listening to the game because
Right
she's
behind me.
here behind us.
Hope I'm loud and clear.
Three Frans here.
Since her name was Fran, she had to get a good seat in the booth.
Kingery, who lined out to right field on the first pitch of the game, sets. Here's delivery high and inside from Beatty. It's a ball. 1-0 is the count. Kingery, who is much improved this year over last year, already has more extra base hits this year than his entirety of last year, which is impressive given even though he had a down year for Kingery standards, played almost the entire year, switching between mostly shortstop and a little bit of the corner outfields. Here's the wind by Beatty. Here's the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike one. 1-1 is the count to Scott Kingery.
I think the big part with Scott is that he, like everyone says, he's started to be aggressive in the zone. He was taking too many pitches and getting in those 0-2 counts. He led the league in 0-2 counts, and he didn't get the, over 500-600 at bats.
Yeah, Kingery's been aggressive. He flew out the first pitch in the first at bat. I think his power numbers are up a lot too, which is definitely helping his case to stay in the lineup every day as he takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Also helps that a lot of injuries and suspensions open up playing time for him. And he's played a pretty decent center field, which he's settled into pretty well.
He's getting better and better. What's impressive is he's done it at shortstop, now learning it here. He's learning how to play center field at the big league level, and he's doing a great job.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a fly ball right field. Ranging over is the right fielder, Slater, and he makes the catch out. And there is one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Yeah, Kingery recently has been having to shift from shortstop to center field almost on the daily basis, with Segura having nagging injuries, shin injuries, heel injuries, hamstring injuries, really. But Kingery's done a great job of playing two of the most important positions in the field.
Yeah, and you never know that he was, going between two positions he's played the least of.
And he's a natural second baseman himself.
Absolutely.
Segura himself digs up to the plate. He singled his first at bat, hit off of Beatty, and caromed off near the third base side. He was able to get on. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike one. There's a slider coming in at 85 miles an hour. Segura, who's been on the DL already once this year, he's been banged up several times this year, has a decent, respectable amount of power this year, 11 home runs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball deep left center field. Ranging over is the center fielder Pilar, and it's off the top of the 409 side and bounces over to the 401. Segura, who wasn't running hard out of the box, only gets to second base for a double.
Yeah, and off the bat, I think he thought this one was out of here, but Kevin Pilar, in being a visiting player, especially playing in Toronto, right? Doesn't come here too often in interleague play. Plays this one perfectly off the carom.
And that's a part of the wall that at Citizens Bank Park has seen a lot of inside the park home runs in its history since opening in 2004.
No doubt, and he plays it perfect, and I don't think Gene would go 3 on that anyways, but
not the way that Pilar fielded it.
Respectable power right there, as you would say.
If he had hit it a couple feet to the right, it probably would have been over the fence at the 401 sign. Got a little unlucky where he hit it. Now up to the plate is the right fielder, Bryce Harper. Bryce walked to start in the top of the bottom of the first inning. With that walk, already with that walk, Harper is second in the league in walks, only trailing his teammate, Rhys Hoskins. Beatty looks in for the sign from Posey. Here's the stretch and the pitch outside, ball one. Harper, who's always been known for his good eye, can especially count on it, especially on a year like this year where he hasn't gotten on base as much as he's wanted to from the bat. But even though he has a 254 average, his 370 on base percentage is more than respectable. I know he himself would probably like that to go up to the 400 plus number that he's used to, but we still have almost half a season. And a fly ball to center field. Pilar ranging over. He's getting called off by the right fielder Slater. Slater makes the catch, and Segura returns over to second base.
And with that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Philadelphia Phillies Radio Network. At Citizens Bank Park, Phillies and the Giants are scoreless here in the bottom of the third. This is our Phillies fantastic auction winner inning, and Zach Lesner, a native of Wilmington, Delaware, is our winner this year. And Zach, once again, has the play-by-play.
Hoskins digs in. Hoskins popped out on the first pitch, last at bat. Runners on first and second. Rhys has kept the Phillies for the moment in the wild card race with his heroics in extra innings in both the Pirates series and the Tigers series last week. Hoskins, as mentioned before, leads the league in walks with an on-base percentage of .397. Here's the stretch and the pitch. High and inside. Ball 1. Reese, who also leads the team in home runs at 22, has a walk rate that almost rivals his strikeout rate, which is something that Hoskins has really improved on this year. Strikeout rate of only 23%, which is a very good number for Reese. Beatty looks into Posey for the sign. Segura a couple feet off second base. 2 people on the left side of the infield. Panic over the mill, and it's a ball outside. 2-0 is the count.
Yeah, don't expect Reese to get much right here to hit. With JT on deck, I could see them pitching around him, but with that being said, he's still got 94 in the tank. Does he challenge him?
I think it's too early to work around him. Real Muto's a little bit hot. He's got home run in each of his past 2 games. And that runner on first base could come back to bite the Giants. If I were Beatty here, I'd go right after Reese. Here's the stretch and the 2-0. Swung on and missed. It's a changeup, 83 miles an hour low. Guess he was trying to see if Reese could get himself out. That pitch was probably low and out of the zone.
2-0 count, leverage count for a hitter, and he goes with a perfect changeup. You don't want to raise that if you're a guy like Beatty. If you raise it, it's going to be just absolutely just smashed, but keep it down in the zone. You're not going to get hurt with that.
Yeah, exactly. 2 people on the left side of the infield. Solano ranging up the middle, and it's a ground ball left side just down the line, foul, and the count is now 2-2. So now Beatty has a pitch to work with here. Might try to get Reese to chase at 2-2. Certainly doesn't want to get hurt by a fastball. Doesn't need to throw it in this situation.
Well, there's so many different ways he can get him right now because he's got the changeup he's already swung through. He's hit a fastball down the line. You could raise it with the fastball again. You could go slider off the plate.
Reese has been so good at hitting the inside pitch this year, hitting it right down the line, left field line for double. See if he can, get in front of one here. Beatty looks in for the sign.
Here comes the changeup.
And he swung on and missed. Changeup low and outside. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. We go to the top of the 4th.
Zach,
and the score
before
is still
you go,
0-0.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks, Scott. I did. It was a great time.
Zach Lesner, a winner in our fantastic auction. And we appreciate him spending the inning with us. When we come back, Jim Jackson has the play-by-play for you